touchdowns in a game in 4 years, which is crazy. As you can see, breaking news here.
My
Beast
dog's
mode
back.
is back. That's right. Marshawn Lynch, it's official.
Get
the
it.
Seahawks are signing him, so it looks like that physical went well and everything checked out. And Ian Rappaport is reporting that he will be a Seahawk now officially. So they get some help because they were down their 3 top running backs, and they lost 2 of them this week. So they need it. Obviously, they are a running team, but Marshawn coming back. How many times has he retired?
That's a funny thing. He hasn't retired.
I guess he hasn't retired, but how many times has he gone from not playing to bam, thrown
He's
back?
back.
It's got to be nice when somebody loves you, right?
Hey, listen,
Because Seattle loves Marshawn
I was going to
Lynch,
call
baby.
Pete Carroll myself, text him like, hey, Pete, just give me like a week. I'll be right for you. But look, again, Marshawn's going to bring a different attitude to this offense. I think the way he carries himself in the locker room, he's going to come in right away, fit right in that locker room. He understands what they need. And it's not like he's going to get 30 touches. He may, but I don't think he's going to get 30 touches right away. You have Robert Turbin there, obviously Homer as well. But you don't need Marshawn on some of them third and shorts to use that will and that grit to run through someone and get it. And again, he brings an attitude.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of it.
Yeah, talk about that attitude.
He's going to bring an attitude, and he's going to do his thing. Look, contact balance, all that's still there.
Yeah.
That never leaves you. All that never leaves. Now, the speed may leave you, but we talked about in the green room, D-Hall, he's not known as a speed guy. He can get out of there if he needs to.
He's more of a power dude.
Hey, look, Marshawn wasn't great because he was the best specimen. He was great because he had that willpower inside to say, hey, look, it don't matter. If it's me versus you or me versus you and you, I'm going through you. And so for me, it's not even about can Marshawn come out here and do all these spectacular things on the football field. When you talk about the attitude and mindset he brings to that locker room, I don't care if he gets a single snap. His energy will rub off on every young guy in that locker room. He's been through every critical situation in a Seahawks uniform, and that's the kind of equity I think a lot of those young guys lean towards and look for, out of veteran players. And so to have a guy like Marshawn Lynch, who's experienced all that, to be thrown back in your locker room at this vital point of the season when you're about to go on this playoff run. Invaluable, man.
And it's not like he has to learn a new offense.
Well, that's
the same. It's been the same offense since he's been there. I mean, he's gonna get his Skittles. He's back in Seattle where it all started.
That fan base, the 12s, man.
They are going
jumping right now.
12s going crazy.
I'm not even mad at it. I hope whoever had 24. I hope they didn't. They know they're giving that up.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, whoever got that. I mean,
how effective do you think he'll be though after not playing all season? I mean, I just wonder what kind of shape is he in? Are you really, when you're not playing, are you really working out that hard all the time?
So I don't know his workout routine and what he was doing. I had read on Twitter that he had went up to Seattle maybe like a month or so ago and was kind of telling them, look, I'm in shape. If it ever comes down to it, because again, we know this season's a marathon. But the one thing about Marshawn is he doesn't have to break. He's not going to break these 60, 70-yard runs, all right? Now, that's not his game. You just want someone that's going to have some respect. The defense is going to respect him. And until he steps out there, all you can go off of his last tape. And when he was in Oakland that last year before he got hurt, he was running through cats.
And so hard to deal with.
And he's tough to tackle. So now Russell Wilson's been seeing nothing but 2 high safeties. They've been doing all these different things. Let's see if you do it here with beast mode. And I guarantee you, at least you remember this game? With the game on the line, I guarantee they give him the ball on the 1-yard line this time.
Yeah,
Bet your bottom dollar that.
Yeah, and MJD, you talk about you don't know what kind of shape he's in. Look, I don't care what kind of shape Marshawn Lynch is in, because I know when it's between you and whoever is in that hole, he will not be denied. He's that kind of runner. You talk about Adrian, we talk about Adrian Peterson a lot and being able to continually play at the age he's at. Marshawn Lynch falls in that same category. He might not be posting all these workout videos like AP's posting, but I tell you what, Marshawn Lynch he's built to last.
Who knows?
So
Maybe,
I can't wait to watch him run that ball.
Maybe he's at the gym every morning. Maybe he's doing hot yoga. Maybe he's doing all sorts of stuff. We don't know.
It's working. Tell me so I can bounce back too.
We're all trying to do it right now, right? All right, guys. Well, 23-10 to clinch the NFC North. And they move, like I said a little earlier, into that number 2 seed in the playoff picture. So massive win there for the Packers. I mean, this was huge. This wraps up Week 16 for us. There's only 1 week left. Everything is kind of coming into focus here. But
just a little bit.
In this game specifically, what were your takeaways just in terms of the Packers? They come out, they have 3 turnovers, and they still are able to get the win.
Well, for me, it's like all season, I was like, where's their signature win? Where's this signature win that we're looking for from the Packers? I think tonight was the night.
Oh, please don't tell me that.
Oh.
Tonight can't be the night.
Tonight was the night. 3 turnovers?
But the way that the Vikings played, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the way the Vikings played, I think is more, I still haven't quite seen all I need to see from Green Bay. Let's be real. The way we've seen all the rest of these teams in the NFC East, NFC East, the way we've seen all the rest of these teams in the NFC play, think about the 49ers, the Saints, even the Eagles, man. I'm thinking from a toughness standpoint, we haven't seen this toughness out of the Green Bay Packers football team.
He had 23 rushes for 158 yards.
They hit Minnesota in the mouth.
Right.
And that Minnesota run D was good, ranked 8th coming into this game, and they ran all over them.
All I'm saying is this. You won without Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
You won in spite of Aaron Rodgers throwing picks and fumbles and all those different things. Now I'm like, SpaghettiOs. Because Aaron Rodgers getting the playoffs, we all know what time it is when he get in the playoffs. He get hot. And so for me, it's like you can run the ball, you can play defense, special teams ain't really hurting you right now, and then you get AR hot with these little receivers running around. Now all of a sudden you got an offense that can put up points against anyone and score touchdowns, and then defensively you're shutting people down.
Yes.
You can close out games.
Devontae Adams had himself a night.
I don't understand how teams, look, if I'm going into a game and there's one receiver who catches more than 50 to 60% of the balls, I'm doubling him, coaches. Soon as he comes off the bus, I'm putting 2 dudes on him.
Always.
We'll figure out the rest. Devontae Adams is another one of those freaky athletes, just like Michael Thomas, Julio Jones. Like, dude, when they get off the bus, double them, coaches. I don't understand how you can leave Devontae Adams open time and time again or not travel your best corner with him because, look, 116 yards, Aaron Rodgers threw for 216. He has 13 receptions. Aaron Rodgers had 26 completions.
It was all
That's
him.
half of the production.
Right.
I am putting 2 dudes on him as soon as he gets off the bus, period. But, you talked about this Green Bay defense. They still haven't shown me enough. They're still a mediocre defense. They can't rush the passer.
Yeah.
Kenny Clark, Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith,
It looked
those
like they
dudes
stopped the
can
run tonight,
rush the
too.
passer.
Yeah.
They did stop the run tonight, but it's a lot easier to stop the
You're
party.
right. You're right.
And so come playoff time, it's going to be some teams with their number 1 backs, and they're going to come to run it at Green Bay because that's what they haven't consistently been able to stop.
True.
Well, I'll say this. The Packers get an opportunity to play in Lambeau. And nobody want to go to Lambeau in January. Nobody want to go there, right? And so you may get the Saints who come up, who are used to being in the Dome, or Seattle, or let's say the Vikings have to come up, like whoever it may be. It could be the Eagles. Whoever it is, they have to come to you now. And they
How
have to deal
awful
with
is it to play there when it's
So
cold?
I've never played there when it's cold. I played there when it's
You're
cold.
lucky.
Oh, no question,
Yeah, he's
Colleen.
super lucky.
Yeah,
Now, it's super cold because you want to come out of that locker room
wanna be
with no
tough.
sleeves on and you want to act cool, and then when you get out there, it's like, that's a different type of cold. And so then you're going back in, and then you're like, man, forget trying to look cool. So you're throwing sleeves on, and you're just not quite comfortable. And even fast guys, when it's cold outside, you're not quite as fast as you normally are. But slow guys, you get even twice as slow. And so that is definitely a home field advantage, especially knowing where you're going offensively.
And that's what I'm saying.
hated it.
Think about this. Now, you have a running game. Now, all of a sudden, you have a running back that can rush for 150.
dictate.
You
Yeah.
have a defense that can help you out if you stumble. You got the weather and all the stuff that comes with going. Because here's the problem. Let me tell you about Lambeau. So where's our fans? Where's my single line? Let me tell the fans about Lambeau.
Bring it in.
Okay, now you don't have to come just stay there. First of all, you're going to stay in Appleton, Wisconsin. Okay, there may be one restaurant there.
Oh, yeah, it's one.
It's in the hotel.
It's one.
It's Shoeless. You stay in
Shoeless
one
Steakhouse.
hotel. Yeah, there you go. Okay? From there, you got to drive 30 to 40 minutes to the stadium. So you're just sitting there looking at cornfields the whole time, right? So I'm just trying to figure this thing out, trying to get in the mood.
Listen, the cheese curds, though, are fire.
Well, we
So
don't
you
even
have
get
that
access
going.
You don't
to
get
the
access
cheese
to that.
curds,
You don't get none of
Colleen.
that.
You just
sitting in the hotel.
Yep.
Okay? I'm watching tape. I'm trying to get right. But you also, we all have routines. And so D. Hall talks about going out there trying to be tough. Now I'm out of my routine because it's all about timing. So now I got to go back in, put stuff on, try this, warm up with it. It is tough to play in Lambeau. And I think that's what's so important about them. They're going to have to come to you. See, it's different if you're going to San Fran or you're going to Seattle.
Right.
Okay. It's
So
different.
it's tough to play there, It's also tough to play on Monday nights, especially for Kirk Cousins, because
man,
now he moves to 0-9 on Monday nights.
I feel so bad for Kirk. But can we honestly throw all the blame on Kirk Cousins here?
No.
But we going to get it, though.
Yeah, he going to definitely get the brunt of it. He got the brunt of the money, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to definitely get a brunt of the responsibility. But when you can't drop back in a 3-step drop or a quick 5 and get the ball out your hands without people being in your face, I mean, it was definitely tough to watch Kirk Cousins out here because, yes, he missed some throws, but sometimes he just didn't have the luxury to wait, to wait for that guy to come open. And, like I said, he'll always get this stigma of not being able to win the big ones, but it seems like that whole team doesn't necessarily come to show up. It was the same way when he